It's my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker today. Dr. Judith A. Monroe was appointed by Governor Mitch Daniels to her post in March of 2005. As a strong advocate of the governor's In Shape Indiana initiative, Dr. Monroe has been a leading voice in promoting a healthier Indiana, getting people to stop smoking, getting people to exercise more, and getting people to eat better. As we all know, these goals are the foundation to all good wellness programs. Dr. Monroe chairs the Indiana Tobacco Prevention and Cessation Executive Board and is a board member of the Indiana Health Information Exchange. She is well respected by her colleagues across the United States as well. In September of 2008, a year ago, she was elected by her peers as president of the Association of State and Territorial Health Officials. That's a long name, but what that is an organization whose members are the chief health officers of all the United States and U.S. territories. Dr. Monroe is also medical director of the state's Medicaid program under the FSSA. With a medical degree from the University of Maryland, she has been a practicing physician, a faculty member at the IU School of Medicine, and the director of the Family Medicine Residency Program and Primary Care Center at St. Vincent Hospital. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Judith Monroe.
Well, good morning. It's good to be here with you this morning. I have a few minutes to outline for you where we are in Indiana around health, so I thought I'd frame it around the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if we start with the good news is that you all are here today, and I want to applaud your efforts and congratulations on the whole concept of the healthiest employer, because when we look at worksite wellness, that's attacking the problem from a population base. And if you're a leader of a corporation or a small company, you have a population that you can impact their health, and that can impact then the communities beyond. So I want to congratulate you. We hear a lot, as with health reform, we're hearing a lot of things being debated, and one of the things is prevention. And does prevention actually save money? Because it is about the economics in large part. And I just wanted to give you a framework for that, because I get a little frustrated when I hear about the studies saying that prevention does not save money. Let's define prevention. There's primary prevention. Primary prevention means it never happened. If it doesn't happen, it saves money. That's the child that never becomes obese. Therefore, they never develop diabetes. Or it's the the young employee that adopts healthy lifestyles and never develops those chronic diseases. Diabetes is a great example of that. Vaccinations is an area where we can have primary prevention. The disease never happens. Secondary prevention is where you have the disease but you don't know about it. So you go to the doctor's office. This is the screening for cholesterol. This is the screening for hypertension. These are the screenings for cancer. So we detect it early and we manage that early. That's good stuff. That's stuff you can do with your population of employers, or of your employees. And then tertiary, and this is the part where they look at the economy, tertiary prevention is where you already have diabetes, it's severe diabetes as an example, you already have complications, and now we put you in a chronic disease management program. Those programs are good, but whether they save money or not, that becomes the debate. Well, the horse has already left the barn as far as I'm concerned when we get into tertiary prevention. Let's back it up. Let's prevent diabetes. Let's decrease the amount of diabetes in our whole society. So I just wanted to give you that framework because that's frustrating to me. Okay, so the bad. So the good, the bad, the ugly. The bad, we have 10 diseases in Indiana. I'll outline for you the top 10 reasons people die in Indiana. Heart disease is number 1. Cancer, and of the cancers, the 3 top cancers are those of the trachea, bronchus, and lung. Second is colorectal cancer, and third is breast cancer in the state of Indiana. The third leading cause of death, category-wise, is chronic lower respiratory disease, and then stroke, accidents, Alzheimer's disease, diabetes, kidney disease, influenza and pneumonia, and then septicemia. So that's the order in which people die, the prevalence of death. Okay, so what's ugly about the state of health in Indiana? When you look at that top 10, I got to tell you, tobacco is the root cause of a lot of those diseases and the costs that you all bear in your health insurance premiums. There's no question about it. And then, of course, nutrition and physical activity are also root causes, poor nutrition and poor physical activity. When we look at tobacco, here in Indiana, if individuals have less than a high school education, so this is where education and health come in, if they have less than a high school education, 50% of our citizens in that category smoke. If they have a high school education, 30% smoke. And if they're college graduates, 10% smoke. Big difference. And then, of course, those that are least able to pay for the consequences are the ones with the highest risk factor. So that's under the ugly category of the story of our health. Now, good news. Let's go back to good news for a minute. We were the first state in the nation to develop a small employer tax credit. And we did that with cigarette tax two years ago, where small employers, if you have 2 to 100 employees, you get up to a 50% tax credit for the cost of an employee wellness program. And there's certain criteria around that, and I saw there's a breakout session, I think, that's going to be talking about that today and giving the details. But if you're a small employer, I ask you to look at that. We had 53 small employers take us up